Damn, son.
Hey guys, I'm back. That was the ACV wash, and my hair, it does feel lighter. It definitely feels like it's been deep cleaned, so I'm happy about that. As you can see, my hair is faded, but it was faded before, and that's why I decided to do the ACV wash now before I dye my hair red again. Since the color's faded, might as well. The ACV wash will leave your hair feeling dry, and I don't know if you have oily hair, if that may not be a problem, but I have dry hair anyway, and whatever little moisture I get in my hair, I do want to keep. So now's the part that I'm going to moisturize my hair. The ingredients I am going to use: tea tree oil, this is for my scalp, and coconut oil, pressed virgin coconut oil. As you can see, I got this from Whole Foods. You do want to keep your products as organic as possible so you don't get extra ingredients or fillers, that type of thing. The coconut oil I'm going to use on my actual locks and also on my scalp, but this is going to be the carrier oil for the tea tree oil. When you use essential oils, you don't want to put the oil directly on your skin. It's supposed to have a carrier oil like coconut oil or olive oil, almond oil, that type of thing. So now we're going to moisturize so I can get some of that moisture back on my hair. First, we're going to do the scalp. And before we start, I like to put coconut oil in a smaller container so I don't have to keep dipping my hand in the big jar. I only use it for my hair and my skin. I don't really cook with it, but you never know. And I want to try to keep my hands out of it as much as possible. Plus, this is going to be easier to work with. My hair has been towel dried, but it's still damp, and you do want it damp for the moisturizing process. I rinsed out the ACV wash really good because, like I said, it's drying. But it's still damp, so this is a good time to moisturize. Okay, we're going to start with my scalp first. And all I do really is take a little bit of coconut oil. You don't need much. Put some coconut oil on my palm and maybe a drop or two. This may not be the right mixture. So now I'm just going to separate my hair to get to the scalp and just rub this on my hair. Tea tree oil is great if you have a problem with itchy scalp. That's why I like the tea tree oil. It's a natural way to keep your hair from itchy, especially since, like I said, my hair is dry, and that means my scalp can get dry. It's a strong smell. I don't mind it, but it can smell, it's got like a medicinal smell to it. You don't need much, but you don't want to put too much because you don't want to smell like a medicine cabinet. So just rub it in my palms for the rest of my scalp. I don't know if you can hear that, ripping my dreads. And that's not a bad thing. When people say they're ripping their dreads, it just means they're separating them. Mainly pertains to those of us with free form. And that's how we keep them separated. We just... And it sounds painful, but it really isn't. Especially when your hair's damp. So, get that all in my scalp. Ooh, I can feel it. It feels nice. And then lastly... Again, we're going to take some coconut oil. Again, you don't need much. Rub it in your hands. And just kind of rub it through your dreads. It's tempting to put a lot because your hair may feel dry. But you want to be careful because you don't want too much oil stuck in your dreads. Now again, my hair is naturally dry, so I could probably use a little more than others, especially if your hair is naturally oily. I couldn't tell you what to do in that situation. Again, you don't need much. You don't want greasy hair. You can also use aloe vera in a spritz, and I'm going to try that and make a video. The aloe vera in the spritz, that's good as a daily moisturizer or a twice weekly moisturizer. This I like to use, or this I like using right after the ACV, because again, it's very drying. Just trying to get a little moisture back. Don't forget the ends. You just kind of press it. Again, my hair is 2 years old now. My dreads are 2 years old now, which means I don't have to be as delicate. You see, I'm just kind of pressing it. And they recommend covering it with a shower cap. There we go. This is so it keeps the oil in, and that's how it's going to start to moisturize. It's just going to set in my hair so it'll be nice and soft. I don't know how long I'm supposed to leave this on, to be honest with you, but I will leave it on. Shouldn't be more than an hour. So I'll leave that on for about an hour. You don't want to sleep in wet dreads, because that's a good way to get mold, and that is a good way to get your dreads to stink. Ugh. If you get to the point where your dreads start smelling or you're putting so much product there, it's gonna stay in that lock and it's gonna be gross. So I'm very mindful of what I put in my hair. The only product really besides oil to moisturize that I put in my hair is occasionally bleach and color. That's it, but it's still product. So I kind of want to keep the product to its bare minimum. I don't have to color my hair, of course, but I do have to color my hair. So that's it, lovelies. I hope this was helpful. Not that it was a tutorial or anything. It was my first ACV wash, which is highly recommended. It's just good to get the residue out of your dreadlocks. It's good to do it at least once a year, but twice a year is great. You don't need to do this every week because it's drying. You don't want to dry out your hair, especially if your hair is already naturally dry. So that's it, guys. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Peace, love, and darkness.